Mr. Davey just went live. Let's get him up here.
Finished up a solid week of practice there. Our focus Friday, the guys were locked in. Everything ran smoothly. I love where we're headed just with the communication. You know, when I hear the guys chattering, talking, and I can feel, you know, just the sense of urgency on both sides, just getting set, getting our cues, and executing that way. I know that we're trying to set standards for us for each day, our work Wednesday, our turnover Thursday, which it was from this past week, and then our focus Friday, putting together great weeks so that we can continue to improve our systems.
Again, he started off his last press conference by basically saying like 20 words and then ended it. So this is a little bit more than we got yesterday? But at the same time, communication, that's really what we're talking about. We've seen the communication breakdown. There's clearly something going on between play caller and quarterback. So hopefully he addresses that. I feel like that's something that needs to be figured out. This getting to the line late. Again, Brad Idzik said it wasn't him. Dave Canales said it wasn't him. Bryce just continually just says, oh man, I just need to get better. So he's not really telling me that it's not his own fault. So this is all I got to go on, man. I don't know. I'm hoping he, revitalizes me, because right now after this, we're talking about moving on to the Jonathan Gannon one. So I want to hear what the Cardinals have to say about this, because, man, hopefully this guy tells me more.
He looked this week. What was his energy level?
It was great.
You know what, really quick, Arno, I agree with you. I agree. I'm going to go back just a tiny bit. I agree. Getting to the line could be an advantage. And Canales talked about that in the one press conference. He said, if you were doing this intentionally, it could make sense. But at the same time, that's not the case, clearly. That's not what we're hearing from anybody. We're hearing that it's coming in late for a reason. I don't think it's, doing it the right way.
It was great. We ramped him up every day and got him a few more reps each time. He finished off a great practice today, but again, we have to just kind of still take this thing a day at a time to see how he wakes up tomorrow after accumulating a couple of days of work.
Feel pretty good about his status as well as Hunter's?
I do. I feel pretty good about it, but again, I think we'll get the rest of the injury report out later on today. But again, for us, it's like making sure we can stack those days, but sometimes things present, the following day. So we got to follow up with those guys tomorrow morning and see where we're at.
See this, how did Hunter move around this week?
Pretty good. He was limited for a couple of.
So again, he was limited in preseason. He played one game where he was abysmal. Don't get me wrong. He got hospital balls because of Bryce Young. But why are you still trying to sell me on Hunter Renfrow?
The days, so wanted to make sure he got his work in, and then wanted to just touch base with him to see how he was feeling after accumulating the reps.
Dave, what's the benefit of playing on the road to open the season twice?
By the way, he's going to keep licking his lips like this, and it's just super weird. I used to call it out last year for it because he does it whenever he's nervous, but just watch him. He's clearly like something's going on.
Before coming home week 3?
I just think of every opportunity as a championship opportunity. You have to be able to play competitively. You have to be able to execute, whether you're at home or whether you're on the road. Certainly, the challenges of the noise, right? Working on the silent cadence, it gives us a lot of good work, knowing we're going to need that as we continue to go on during the season. So I try to present every game as an opportunity to get our football together, to experience the road environments, to experience night games and the different things that come with prepping for those days. And then also when you're playing at 1 o'clock, like having a plan to wake up, having a plan to be ready. When do you eat? When do you prepare your body? So, playing on the road just presents good things, being in the hotel, and having those rhythms.
I would agree with you. But at the same time, that Adderall boy make you move funny. That's funny as shit. Everybody always said it was porn. Obviously, that's what he gave up. Shout out to him for breaking that addiction. But I want to show you something funny. Look at what he looks like now. I'm going to give you a second. Take in this dude's face. Okay? See the lines. Hey, man, he's aging just a little bit. Everything like that, right? Look at what he looked like when he got hired. I'm sorry. That looks like a much younger man. Shout out Panthers Wire. I had to zoom in on this. That looks like a considerably younger coach, man. We are aging. We are aging Dave Canales by the day.
How much do you think the familiarity of playing them so recently, I guess, from last year, can help you guys, at least from a game planning standpoint?
It goes both ways. You know, they have their schemes. Coach Gannon has done a great job going into the third season of developing their schemes in all phases. And so there's a lot of information there. But again, we have to look at the most recent information that we have and try to, use that. And they're also looking at us and seeing our schemes and looking at last week's game and saying, hey, some of these things are similar. Here's a couple of wrinkles. So, it goes both ways really for both teams. And certainly in terms of preparation, you can try to anticipate, in different situations what they might do.
We know what they're going to do. They're going to feed Trey McBride. They're going to run the ball. And you know what? You're probably going to allow Marvin Harrison to get one crazy deep play. He seems to get it every game. He always seems to get one. But obviously after this, because this one's a very short press conference, by the way. I think it's only like 7 minutes or something like that. So incredibly short. Not a normal Dave Canales press conference. We normally get 10 minutes. But again, we're going to be breaking down Jonathan Gannon, the guy that he's talking about right now, the Cardinals head coach. We're going to be breaking him down after this. But one of the things I wanted to show you, game odds opened at 6.5. We're still chilling at 6.5. So obviously nothing has changed when it comes to bets. This concerns me though. Somebody saw online, somebody posted, I'll have to find it. It's talking about the Cardinals have like 90% of the money or something stupid, like actual money on them. Obviously, this is a prediction estimator based on, again, ESPN analytics. 44. I mean, we're plus 260. We are not expected to win this game at all. So if you want to make some money and you truly believe that this Carolina Panthers team can do something, again, bet responsibly. But it's there, plus 260 right now. You could take home a few bucks. You could also lose a few bucks.
Bryce step up and take a leadership role this week to try to get things back on track?
It's the same guys. It's the same message. It's the urgency. All
the rotational corner or rotational captain last week was J.C. Horn. So if it continues, he'll stay that.
The guys just challenging each other to capture the energy that we need during our week where we put in the work. Is our practices should look like this. It felt like that. The guys got together, challenged each other, and there was great speeds, great physical play, the last 2 days. And then today, knowing the main emphasis is focus, for Fridays. And so I just saw the guys just continuing to grab the group together. Here we go. Every play is important, and I felt that from them.
Again, more platitudes. This just reminds me of EJ, the press conference we just got through. Dave is obviously going through something. I'm not sure whether or not it's Tepper. I'm not sure whether or not it's just he doesn't feel like it's time to bench his quarterback or make some drastic change to the offense. But something has to change. It has to change because, again, the slide is real. If we go Jacksonville, then lose to the Cardinals, do you think we can honestly beat the Falcons at home? I mean, I sincerely hope so. It's our home field. I always want to defend it regardless. If we just win our home games forever, you know what? I'll deal. But at the same time, I don't know if that's the case. And if, again, I ask you, how many games is it going to take of losses in a row before not only EJ is fired, but Dave Canales is fired, Bryce is benched, or, Tepper just, fires everybody in the organization and they just start figuring it out. I just want one win. Give me one win either this week or next week, and the dogs will be called off. But right now, it doesn't feel like that's going to be the case. And obviously, the Vegas doesn't believe in us either.
You have your captains and your glue guys and stuff like that, but it seems like Ashawn Robinson and Chuba Hubbard in particular are guys that are like by example players. I mean, they'll speak up, obviously.
Absolutely.
But what's their importance to the overall mixture of this roster and this locker room?
It's how they play. It's how they prepare themselves. It's their professionalism and how they take care of their bodies, how they go about their meetings, taking notes, asking great questions. So there's a number of guys, who may not have a C on their jersey, who I consider captains and leaders on this team.
Dave, did you
Also, very dumb statement.
address your team at all this week about what was a tumultuous day, Wednesday, for our country?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I honestly, try to keep it focused on the football and try to allow them to have a safe. We're trying to set
God dang it. I skipped through it. Hold on.
Roster in this line.
the work is our practices should
I messed it up. God dang it. Hold on, guys. Sorry.
grab the group together. The work is our practices should look like this. It felt like that. The guys got together, challenged each other, and there was great speeds.
I can't believe it. I clicked the wrong button, dude.
Season of developing their schemes, game, and saying, hey, some of these things are similar. Here's a couple of wrinkles, in different situations, challenging each other.
I'm trying to skip. I don't know where it was. I'm sorry.
Their meetings, taking notes.
In particular, guys that are like by example.
Okay, we saw
Wednesday for our
that. Here we go.
country.
Here we go. My bad.
I honestly try to keep it focused on the football and try to allow them to have a safe space in general. And I just, I think that, that focus right there, while we had a lot of conversations one-on-one and with some of the leaders and all that, it's for us, it's like, okay, let's get back to work. This is a space where you get to be focused on what we're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. And with an over-under like this, man, you don't want to allow any of that outside stuff, politics and all that. Let it stay out there. We're playing football. But, man, something's got to happen here. This right here, 6.5, a full touchdown. I understand you normally get a field goal for the home team. That means they don't believe in us more than a field goal. I really appreciate you making it this far. It helps out the channel, and I cannot thank you enough. Hopefully one of these other videos are ones that you like as well, but if not, I can't wait to catch you in the next one. My name is Nick, and this has been Roll Coverage.